Come back home to a top story. Business Unity South Africa, that's Busa, is heading to the court in a bid to halt a planned shutdown on Friday. Banking trade union Sasbo has threatened to take its members to the streets in protest against planned retrenchments. Some banks, among them Standard Bank, have been downsizing to save costs and compete effectively in the new digital banking space. ENC's Dimakatso Lishoro has more on the story. She's joining us now. Dimakatso, the decision is set to be made today, and Busa is leading the charge against the planned strike on Friday.
Absolutely, Braden. We're not sure yet if the decision will be made today. Obviously, this is an urgent matter, so one hopes that it will be resolved today. We do have, the reason we're here is because of a disagreement over a Section 77 that was issued by NEDLEC in 2017. So Sasbo is relying on that to go on protest on Friday, and Busa is saying they can't rely on that. They have to go back to the negotiation table. Basically, what they want is a declaratory order to say that they have to go back to the negotiation table. But then just quickly, I've got a representative from Busa, Mr. Kaiser Moyane, just to give us a sense of what is it that they hope to achieve today. Mr. Moyane, thank you very much for your time. We are here today because you want an interdict. Can you just tell us what are the issues here?
Well, the issues are that the protest action that's been planned for Friday as well as the 7th of October, we're saying it doesn't comply with Section 77 of the Labour Relations Act, in that COSATU has not preceded that with discussions at NEDLEC as they should have. And so we're basically hoping that the court will see our arguments and then declare that this protest action is invalid or is not protected.
But obviously from Sasbo's point of view, COSATU's point of view, is that the issues in the banking sector especially have not changed. We're seeing continuing cutting of jobs. We're seeing, just recently Standard Bank cutting 1,200 jobs. We know that ABSA is also in a process to cut jobs. So what is it that has changed that you want to talk about?
Well, that's not factually correct, actually. The number of jobs that have been cut in the banks are nowhere near what you have just mentioned now. But in any event, that's not the point. The point is, if there is a complaint that COSATU or Sasbo wants to talk about, there is a procedure for that. There's a process. They should go to NEDLEC first and say these are our concerns and invite the parties that they would like to talk to come for a discussion. And the protest action is something that should happen right at the end.
So when you say the numbers are nowhere near what we're talking about, what are the numbers? How many people are being retrenched at Nedbank? Because we understand that the process there is also about to start or has started. At ABSA, we know that they've cut senior management already. So what are the numbers?
So you would have seen perhaps in the public that Standard Bank said out of the 91 branches that they've closed, they've actually only lost 26 people. Nedbank has mentioned 19 people this year. ABSA, I don't have the numbers, but the numbers are really nowhere near what the union has been saying in the media.
But surely you'll agree with the unemployment rate at nearly 30%. Every job counts, right? What is Busa doing, or business generally, in terms of helping people or reskilling people so that they're able to participate even in this digital era?
Yeah, so that's precisely what the banks are saying, that for the jobs that are becoming redundant because of the introduction of technology, those people should be repurposed. They should be given new skills, and that's what they're doing right now. Some are being assisted to find new skills that they can use within the banking sector or even outside the banking sector. Some are even starting their own businesses, and so through the process of consultations, and in the cases where jobs are being declared redundant because of technologies, employees are being assisted by the various banks to acquire new skills and help themselves. And that is ongoing. It's something that banks are doing with the banking union, Sasbo.
Okay, so thank you very much. We are out of time. So, Braden, as you can hear, those are the arguments that Busa will be making here at the court, and Sasbo will also be putting their point across. We'll find out, hopefully, today, whether the protest action on Friday will continue.
Thank you.